Alright, gonna try something a little bit different today. I should adjust that camera a little bit more. Let's see, how does that turn out? A little bit better. Alright, cool. So, gonna do something a little bit different today. Instead of playing a game, gonna do some modding. Well, not so much modding as gonna try some acrylic etching. I have an example here, something I've done in the past, like it's just a rough, not really holding together too well, but etched into some acrylic here. Let's see. Yeah, Mario and Yoshi. I have a couple LED strips on each side, and basically what I have here is that the strips will the strips will aim the light down into the acrylic. Anywhere that it's been etched, the light will bounce off, refract away, and give you a pretty cool glowing effect. So I'm gonna do that here again. Let's So I've got my design there I'm going to do, which is kind of a galaxy design. I've already pre-cut out a couple sheets of acrylic. For this one I'm going to be doing 4 different colors. I'm going to be doing mostly blue for each the spiral arms. I'm going to have purple kind of along the center of that spiral arm, and then I'm also going to have pink for a couple of these small brighter spots, and then I'm going to have the center also on another sheet, so that way basically every sheet is a different color. Got a Dremel here, just got it set to just a low speed. This is a Black & Decker one, and basically just got low, medium, and high. So kind of turn it on, kind of hold it like kind of like a pencil, I guess. I find it easier to kind of control it that way. So when I was kind of prepping this out, I had to decide basically which color or which sheet will have each color. So this one and the 2 bigger sheets are going to have the purple and blue, and then I'm going to have yellow and pink on these shorter ones. And there's a reason why I have them cut at different lengths, which hopefully we'll see in the future the way it all works out. Let's see. I'm going to move my light a little bit closer over my shoulder. Let's see, how does that look? A little bit better, right? Well, time to get started. This one, I think, gonna start with the purple. So since the purple isn't as gonna light up as much as the blue, I'm just kind of doing it really thin through the middle here. I haven't really done this type of etching before. The only other one I've done is that Yoshi and Mario one where it had pretty defined lines. This one's going to have more blending, so hopefully it'll still work out pretty well. I also do find it easier to try and get as much of a top-down view because acrylic does have a little bit of a thickness to it, so it's kind of, if you look at an angle, it can kind of screw up your perspective a little bit. Wasn't happy with the amount of color I was doing before. I think I'm just gonna go back over this section that I luckily, because of the way this is kind of a very organic piece. It's a universe. It's not really the it's a galaxy. It's not really find anything I really mess up, as long as I don't kind of go all the way across. Should look pretty good still. Cut that on there. Looks like only about 2 more arms left to do of the galaxy. Alright, I think that should be okay for the start of the purple layer. If I raise this up a bit, kind of give you an idea here of what we're working with. Oh, actually, let me get it on the camera. There we go. That'll be like the one layer. And let me see if I can grab some LEDs really quickly. Just kind of give an example of that effect. Oh, let me get the LEDs kind of lined up better. Well, kind of hard to see, but with a darker background, actually. Let me just see, how does that kind of get a little bit better idea of what we're going for. And like I said, this is just kind of the purple layer, so it's going to be the one of the ones that aren't as filled in as like the blue is going to be. So next up, I think I'm going to do just the pink layer, just because it'll be kind of quick and easy to do. Should be wiping this off with like a lint-free cloth, but I'm not. I kind of put marks on here to tell me, kind of key in which direction each one of these are going to be going, as well as these two marks here to line up with just kind of how I have this page set up. So that way I can kind of roughly have them all the same range, the same spot on the sheet, because you want it to kind of line up on top of one another. If it doesn't slightly, not the end of the world. I don't plan on having it being exact. In fact, these cuts aren't even exact. So let's do the next one. decorations are definitely killing the hand a bit. Let's see what else. I think we only have one more arm to do. So the second sheet, and see. There we go. Had it lined up wrong. There we go. So when these two are laid on top of each other, you can kind of see the areas that they're going to be lighting up that are slightly different. Alright, this next one's going to be the center area. Guess I'm trying to kind of feather more of the outside areas. Alright, let's put these all together again. I think you can kind of start to see what the start to see the idea. Got the spirals going. So now we're going to do the blue part, which is going to be most of the work here. I'm going to try and overlap some of the other areas so that there's not going to be any blank spaces, but at the same time I don't want to cover up, you know, what areas the other light's going to be showing through. Alright, let's take a look at this now. Alright, so there's the blue section. Probably going to go through a little bit more just to get kind of a few more areas. But I didn't want to go too thick and deep as I did on some of the other ones. And let's just go ahead and line all of these up. And so that's kind of the effect we're going to get. And I think once it's all lit up, it's going to look pretty cool. You want to buy it? This one I have plans for, but we can always see in the future what else I can do. I don't know if you were here when I showed you the first one I did. Let me go grab that again. So this was the first time I kind of did something like this, and try and get rid of the glare. The LEDs along the side were you know, shine light through the edges, and then everything would reflect up. So actually looked really cool. Don't trying to remember. I think the pictures were on my old phone, so I don't have them currently. Oh, that would be pretty cool with that type of background. So this is going to be kind of a iffy way of doing it, since I already have everything set up over here. But I have a picture. Here's the way it looked when everything was lit up. So really excited with the way that one turned out. Now the key with the LEDs and the different colors is basically what I'll do is somehow on the other one I masked off the side so that on each side only one layer would let the light through, so that way you kind of get different effects on the different layers, or different colors on the different layers. So this one's unfortunately, well, that just all came undone, but kind of saw the color change there. So I think next step, there you go. Next step after this is going to be to cut up this LED strips, place them kind of in line like I did with the other one, or and you actually don't need too many LEDs. About 5 a side should be more than enough, or 5 per color. So I'm going to be setting that up eventually. But I think that is going to be it for today now. I gotta work on the programming of the LEDs, and that I can't do over here. And that's a lot of trial and error. Well, not trial and error, but a lot of just kind of slow testing, making sure the colors are the colors I want, as well as masking off the sides, which actually I could do that really quickly. Oh, that I don't know. It kind of depend on the oh, come on, focus in. It would depend on the supplies needed. Also, as this is only like the I've only done this a handful of times. But I'm not even a handful. This is like the second time I've done something like this. So that it would be. I actually, depending on the logo, it wouldn't be too hard. I have a computer I built for a coworker who has like a side business where him and another coworker do um, entertainment for weddings, lighting, that kind of stuff. And I was planning on getting them something similar to put in their like their computer case, like in the window. He has a NZXT H, I want to say 440 case with a nice window. Um, and luckily, there's only like two colors in their logo, and I was thinking about doing something similar and surprise them with that as well, because I think that would be kind of a cool gift. The difference with like this is pretty thin acrylic. Depending on the amount of colors you would need, you could use thicker glass or thicker acrylic sheets. But and also depending on the size and timing. I mean, if you give me an idea of what the logos look like, the more defined lines, like kind of like with the Mario and Yoshi one. I mean, it was really easy to, this section is white, this is green, here's red, blue, or red and blue. Pretty easy to work with that. But I think Twitch has, you can like send comments to people. So send me one, give me an idea, and yeah, just kind of give me a heads up and an idea of what to do, and I can kind of get an idea. I think the hardest part is just, or the most time consuming part is the wiring up and programming the LEDs for me, because I'm not super great at programming. But it's kind of once I have like the once I have the lighting, the program on the, so here, let me pull up actually, where did it go? It fell over here. So lighting is just done on this. I think this is a Arduino Teensy 2, or it's a Teensy 2.0. I've also used different. We've got a Arduino Leonardo here that I've used before as well. But use that to control the LED colors. And then this isn't how I typically do it. I once I have it finalized, I solder it. This was just kind of testing different things, different effects. But yeah, so I guess it would just kind of depend on the overall cost of materials, and most of this stuff I picked up at local places, so I'm sure if I could find like a more bulk reseller, it would be better for me and anyone. But let me know. Could always follow as well, so that way whenever I continue on with this project, you'll be notified, which will hopefully be in the next couple of days. I have quite a few things coming in the mail over the next couple of days to continue working on this project, and can kind of get an idea of what I'm gonna do with it. I have another project I'm going to be working on soon with acrylic also to hopefully hopefully everything will turn out pretty well. Let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm done for the night. It's getting pretty late, almost 3 in the morning here. So hope you all have a good night.